Hi, welcome to Rhyme Joe Codes. I'm Ryan, and in this video, I'm talking about sending group emails with Gmail. If you're interested in skipping around to different solutions, check out the chapters below. This video is part of the Google Space Tips and Tricks series, so look for more videos on the Rhyme Joe Codes channel. One quick thought before we dive in, which should go without saying, but I will say it anyways. We should only include people in our group emails who want to be in the group. Rhyme Joe Codes and Ryan are not responsible for any unwanted emails that are sent or received as a result of this video tutorial. This video is for educational purposes only. Please group email responsibly. When it comes to emailing a group of people, the obvious solution is to simply type out everyone's email address, add a subject, and compose the email. This is a perfectly fine solution if you only have to email this particular group one time. However, the more often you email this list, the more tedious this becomes. So what can we do about this problem? A better solution when we want to email the same group frequently is to make a contact card for each person in the group. To do this, we can take advantage of another Google app called Contacts. If you look in the right side panel, you'll see several app icons. Here I have Calendar, Keep, Tasks, and Contacts. You can also find the Contact app in the app menu. I'm going to select the contact icon in the side panel so that it opens in Gmail. Now I will create my first contact. I'm only going to add the first and last name and an email address. Notice that a label can be added to the email to define its purpose. And this is in case the contact has multiple email addresses and you want to differentiate between them. You would add the rest of your contacts the same way. As you can see, I went ahead and finished out our list. This is a good solution because now as we type a name or email address, Gmail will look in contacts to see if there's a match and provide an autofill solution. This means we only have to type their email one time and we can use it over and over again. So no more typos in the long email addresses. And while this is a much better solution for adding a larger list of emails, there is still one major drawback. We still have to remember everyone in the group every time we send an email, and it's easy to forget people in a larger group. The best way that I've found to build an email list for group emails is to go back to our Contact app. This time, I will click this pop-out icon and open the Contact app in its own tab. Over in this lower left side panel, you'll see the word Labels. Let's click the plus button. From here, we're going to make a contact label. Let's give it a name that makes sense for the group. I will choose Doe Family. Now that we have a contact label, all we have to do is drag and drop the contacts that we want to add to the label. We can do this one at a time, or we can select multiple contacts at once. All right. Now let's go back to Gmail and start to compose another email. This time, instead of typing in a single email, I will type in the group name, Doe Family. It of course pops up as an option for us to click. Once I click the group name, all the emails from that group populate the recipient list. I can now add a subject, compose the email, and send it to the entire group. Now isn't that easier? When you send your email this way, everyone can see who's in the group. If you want to hide the group's email addresses, you can send blind carbon copies by adding the group to the BCC recipient list and address the email to yourself. You've probably already figured it out, but you can do the same with the carbon copy list too. In case you're wondering if a single contact can have multiple contact labels, let's go try it out. I will create a second group called Doe Siblings and only drag in Junior, Sally, and Turner. Let's open up the labels and take a look. The three siblings are now in both the Doe Family and Doe Sibling label groups. Let's go back to Gmail and compose an email to the siblings. If we choose the Doe Siblings group, it will populate the recipient list with those three contacts. Now remember that these three names are also in the Doe Family label group. So what happens if I add the Doe Family group to this email? It only adds the names that are not already listed. And this is great because you may forget that you made a group. Start typing in the first email address or two and then remember. You don't have to start over. Just simply add the group and let Gmail sort out which names to add. Finally, what happens to the contacts in a group if I delete the contact label? Well, let's find out. I'm going to delete the Doe sibling contact label. As you can see, the contact app gives you the option of keeping the contacts and deleting the labels, or deleting the contacts with the labels. I'm going to keep the contacts. The label is now deleted, but the contacts are not. And the contacts remain in any contact label group that still exists. So that is how to send group emails with Gmail. I hope this video was helpful, and remember, group email responsibly. See you in the next video.